Bennet is 89 years of age, was born on August 5th, 1928. I am Chuck Jennings, the interviewer. I am being assisted by George Richardson, the videographer. Where were you born?
Where was I born?
Mhm.
Juneau, Pennsylvania.
Juneau. Where is Juneau, Pennsylvania?
You know where Punxsutawney is?
Yes, sir.
It's just about 4 miles this way.
Okay. And you went to high school there?
Yeah,
And did,
Punxsutawney High School.
well, okay. Did you play any sports or anything during that period of time?
No.
No. Did you chase women?
Yes, I did.
That's good. So, what year was it that you graduated?
Well, I didn't graduate it. I
Okay.
just went to sophomore.
All right.
And I got a job on the railroad with my dad.
Now, what did that entail, working in the railroad?
What did it do?
Yeah.
Oh, we worked in ties and pulling ties and putting rails in and,
Laying down track.
yeah, everything.
Yeah. So, how long did you do that?
A year and a half.
And approximately what year was that?
Let's see. I was born in 28 and I worked there when I was 15. That's how many years is that?
43.
43, something like that, 40, 42, 43. So in 43, what was going on in your life? 1943, what was going on?
Don't remember much of anything back then.
So did you want, in 43, did you enlist?
No, I didn't enlist until the last part of it, early part of 46.
46. So why did you enlist?
I wanted to go to the service.
And did you have relatives who were overseas, or?
Oh yeah, 2 brothers ahead of me and 2 brothers behind me, which is all of us was in service.
Now, why did you particularly pick the Air Force?
My brother told me to. My older brother, he said, you always have a bed to sleep in.
So, during that period of time, did your brothers come home, or how did you see your brothers if they were in the service?
Well, they'd come in, he'd come home. My older brother come home first. And then my second would come home.
And were they Army or Air Force or?
Well, Army.
Army.
One was, my 2 younger brothers, one was the Army and one was the Navy.
Did the Navy guy have a place to sleep at night?
Yeah, he did too, but I didn't like the Navy.
Okay. Can't walk on water, huh?
No.
So, did you go down to the recruiters, or how did you decided to enlist? So you went down to the Air Force recruiter?
No, I just went to the recruiting place in Punxsutawney.
So you walked in and said, I want to join?
Yeah, and then they had a piece of paper, said go back home and get this signed first.
Okay, you were under 18 then?
Yeah, I was only 17.
Oh, you were only 17. So did that come about where you, your mom or dad signed for you?
Yeah.
So you went back, and then what happened?
Now then they sent us to Ridgeway, and then they sent from Ridgeway, they sent us to Mississippi.
Now at Ridgeway, did you get your uniforms, and what was Ridgeway?
It's up above Du Bois.
Oh, okay, it was just kind of like a holding area. Okay, so then
We got our
you,
uniforms and everything. Then they
okay.
took us in a condo or trains, took us south.
took you south to Mississippi.
Yeah.
So once you arrived at the base, did they take you off the train, get you a bus to the base, or how'd you get to the base?
Oh yeah, they took us over to base.
Now, did they have a drill instructor telling you to get off the bus or anything at that time?
Oh, yeah, we were strict then.
They were yelling at you, get off the bus, get off the bus.
Stay at attention.
Did anybody know what attention was, or?
Oh, yeah, I was taught that.
Okay. So, once you got that done, and you got to a barracks, was it late at night, or was it earlier in the morning? What time did you get into the base?
I think it was about 5 or 6 o'clock.
So you got to your barracks and found out where that was, and the next day, regularly it was at 4 o'clock or something like that?
5.
5? Well, it is the Air Force. That explains that.
No, not all the time. I thought it was going to be nice too at first. Well, it was after we was out of basic training. But we walked to basic training. It was funny that day. We went there. The guy got us in trucks, and we thought, boy, we're going to ride out to the basic trainings. They took us out of town, outside of Biloxi, Mississippi, and dumped us off. And we walked. Our whole barracks, our whole squad. We walked about 15 miles out there and had set up camp. Sleeping in old stupid tents.
Were they 2-man tents?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, hopefully it wasn't raining that day.
Yeah, it did rain. It did rain because the way they kept the water out, we made the tent, we set them up, and then we took sand and put it on around it, pulled them out and put sand around it so the snakes couldn't go around.
So, that was your first experience in the Air Force. So, or Army Air Force, I guess at that time.
Oh yeah, it was Army.
So, you marched back to base, and then.
No, that was different. When we come back out, we rode out. Rode back to the Biloxi, Mississippi.
So what other, did you had calisthenics? You were working on the railroad. You were probably in pretty good shape.
Yeah, we had calisthenics.
Anything else that stands out in your mind during that period of time?
Well, let's see. I left there, and we went and took trains to. I took a train up to Chanute, Illinois, and then we went. Then I went to school there.
During that, did you get a chance to come home before you went to Illinois, or you just left your boot camp and went to Illinois?
Oh, we didn't go home. Hey, they took us up to take school.
So what kind of schooling did they have you doing?
I asked for cook school. I never did do it.
You never get what you want.
No.
Unless they absolutely need it.
Yeah. Well, I trained in it though.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it because I worked 4 days on and 3 days off. And 3 days you're off, you do calisthenics, you run through tires and everything else, and push-ups and all that stuff.
So it wasn't much of a, you'd probably like to have been on working rather than doing all those calisthenics.
Yeah, it surprised me.
So once you finished that school, where were you off to? Did you get a chance to come home after that school?
Well, I went on furlough before I went back there. When I come back, they sent me to Fort Worth. And we'd fill out papers to go to Alaska. And I said to the guy, I didn't sign up to go to Alaska. I signed up to go to ETO. And he says, you did? And I said, yeah. And he looked at the things and he says, what are you doing down here? I said, I don't know. They sent me down here. They brought me here. He says, well, he called the captain in and he told him that. He said, get him back on that train, send him home for 15 days. Then he'd go over to Camp Kilmer and get the boat.
So you got your 15 days back home. During that period of time, what did you do back home?
Oh, when I went back home?
Yeah, during that, well, it would be 15 days, but travel will probably work out to a
Oh, I
lot.
just left home about a week before that. I was on a furlough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what happens when you showed up on your parents' doorstep again?
They were surprised. They thought I got skipped out or something. My mind was shocked. But then I went, run around there with my friends. Go out and have a good time.
So, once that was, you got back on the train, where were you off to? San Diego?
Oh, I went to Camp Comer,
And that's where?
Fort Dix, I mean, down in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Once you arrived there, what happened there?
We just waited until we got on a boat to go to Germany. We went to Bremerhaven and got off.
When you went over, was it in the springtime or?
No, it was in November.
So you would have had some rough seas going across.
Oh, yeah, it was nice. We had a big ship there.
Did you, was it a troop transport or?
Yeah,
Okay, so what was living conditions like on the troop transport? Did they have racks with canvas on them or?
yeah, we had to put them down. That was our job, putting them down for the troops coming back. Because there was only 100 of us.
So, what was eating? How did you go about, did you eat twice a day or how?
Well, you eat 3 times a day, just like you do at the barracks or any place.
So was the food good?
Well, I guess so, I don't remember.
Oh, was it Navy or Merchant Marine that you went across on? Was it a Navy boat?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains that.
Yeah,
So, go ahead.
well, when we got over, they took us down to base over there. We went to a little town called Erding Air Depot, Erding, Germany. It's about 28 miles out of Munich. And that was strict there. Oh boy. I thought it was something else besides the Air Force.
So, why were they so strict? Just,
I don't know. They just were.
did you get a chance to were you allowed to talk to the Germans and?
Oh yeah, we rode the trains with them. I'd take 4 or 5 packs of cigarettes down and give it to the engineer, and them, and they'd have me up in the cab and ride down. You bought your way.
What were some of the other things that you did in Germany?
Well, they put me in the Signal Corps. And I run cranes in the hangars after they took it over and got it all straightened out. And they bulk stuff up and I'd pick it up and we'd ship it out. Then I went down to a big warehouse, a big one, and I was taking care of everything down there. Then we had that Berlin airlift then. And we was packing stuff up and sending it, flying it up instead of taking it up in trucks.
So you were a shipper of materials.
Yeah.
Then someone else took them on a truck, loaded it on a plane.
No, I hauled them. I hauled them to the plane too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we did everything. I ran forklift there. 14,000 pound forklift, so I could pick up engines and stuff.
So what kind of aircraft were they flying out at that particular time?
C-47s.
And now when you said you had to load them, so did you have a crane there or to load the aircraft and maneuver around inside the aircraft or?
I don't know what they did up there. I'd take them up and drop them off. And when I took wings up, I don't know what they call this. Maybe you guys know. It's a dozer without a blade. That's what I call it.
Large dozer or small dozer?
Oh, they had a gas engine in it, I know that.
Well,
It was on tracks, but it was at rubber tracks. Did you ever hear of it?
I know in the Pacific, they had a very small a tractor that would fit into a plane, and they could put a blade on it and things like that. I knew they had those in Pacific that they could fit on. Actually, they used to drop them out of airplanes, parts of the bulldozer.
When I hauled wings out there, we had to put it on a trailer. That's what I used that with the pull the trailer with. And it was cold.
What time of year were you in Germany then? It was November, December, January?
February, March.
February, March?
Oh, I was there for almost 3 years. Taking basic training. Then I got hurt over there.
Okay, how'd that come about?
The guy ran into me with a forklift, smashed my leg up. And now I'm fighting about it. I've been fighting about it, and all they keep saying, everything that's going on in my body is not caused from that. And no, the doctor says it is. They don't want to give me no more money.
So, how long into your tour in Germany did that happen with your leg?
In November the 1st, somewhere around. I remember that because I was home for Thanksgiving. But as soon as, it's funny, I had that on there for all that time, like the cast. The day they took the cast off, see, I was supposed to stay there till February. As soon as they took the cast off, they shanghaied me home. They come and got me in a Jeep, 2 guys, and took me down to Munich and sent me home.
They never told you why? They just said, hey, you're going home for recovery.
They just told me I had to go home. I've been fighting about all that junk.
So, I mean, did they discharge you, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they discharged you.
After I got to the United States.
Okay, so you flew back, or you take a ship back?
Took the ship back.
And once you landed, then you landed in New Jersey again?
Yeah.
And they discharged you from there, Fort Dix there?
Yeah.
And you made your way back home at that time?
Right.
Did you hitchhike, catch a bus, train?
No, they just make sure you got home.
Okay, once you're home, what'd you tell your parents?
They was glad to see me. They didn't want to care if it got out or not then. I just told them that they sent me home early. When I got there, got my discharge in Fort Dix, I showed the guy the piece of paper that the doctor said for me to show them. Well, when I showed it to him, and I says, can I get something taken care of here now? And he says, no, it'll take you a month or so here. You don't want to do that. See, I was young, I didn't care. So he gave me back the paper, and I took it. And I gave it to the DAV, and they had the copies of it.
So, yeah, you recovered at home. Now, and you had said you'd spent time over in Korea also.
No, I didn't go to Korea.
Okay.
See, that's why I didn't go to Korea or anyplace else. They called me back in the service. They took me down sent me to Florida, and they put me on a job that I didn't do nothing but tell people what to do. They wouldn't let me do nothing. Because I was still limping, and I limped the rest of my life.
So, how long did you do that job once they brought you back and you worked in Florida? How long were you down there?
1 year.
1 year. And were you doing much the same thing in the shipping department? Just
No.
Where'd they put you then?
Well, I had a crew down there. There's plumber, electrician, and carpenters. And I told them what to do out in the job out in the field. They had a big hangar up there that had the main saws and that in it. But I told them guys what to do down there.
So what was, at that time, what was your rank?
Sergeant.
Sergeant?
And they'd done that for 6 months. So one day they come in and asked me to get down and take over the heavy-duty motor pool equipment now. Say they told me I didn't have to do nothing there. See, they didn't know that was wrong with me because it was on my records. And that's why they didn't let me do nothing.
So down at the motor pool, what did you do down there during that period of 6 months down there in the motor pool?
Just told guys what to do and tell them what to take out. I didn't do nothing, I'm telling you.
Well, did they just swap out motors at that time, or did they work on vehicles, or?
They done everything at that place.
So you get a work order in the morning, and then you delegate who was supposed to do what?
I was supposed to work on it, either take and fix the blades or anything at all, and then they take the equipment out and work it.
Now, down in Florida, did you get a chance to go out off of base?
Oh, yeah.
What did you do down there when you had a chance to get off base?
We just run around. Just like any soldier does. When he gets out, it carries on. Yeah.
Anything memorable that you remember during that period of time when you were off base?
Oh, no, not very much. Because I just forgot about it. Just put it out of my mind.
So your enlistment ended after that year,
Yeah,
and you came back home.
right.
So what did you do for your life's work?
Drove tractor trailer.
So did you start right away coming out and just got the job, or did you take some training?
No, I never took no training. All I did was have my brother. Yeah, he was driving an old straight truck, or dump truck, and I drove it for a while. But then I went and got a job off the guy. He nobody showed me nothing. He gave me a truck, and it was loaded in these papers and says, "Go to New York." And I didn't know nothing about going to New York.
So-
Old gas job.
Well, you remained the rest of your career as a driver then?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, how long did you do that?
55 years.
55 years.
I quit when I was 75.
Now, during that period of time, when did you meet your wife?
1963.
And you got married, and how many children do you have?
That's what, she's my second wife.
Okay.
We have 42 girls. And the oldest one's 67. Ain't she 67, man? Sue, ain't she 67?
Who?
Susie.
Yeah, I think 67 or 68 maybe. She was 68, I think, this month.
So, do you have any grandchildren?
Oh yeah, 9 of them.
9 grandchildren.
13 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
1 great-great-granddaughter. She's just about 6, 7 months old, ain't she, Nancy?
She'll be 8 months.
Never saw her yet.
So,
So now I'm here.
is there anything that we didn't cover during the interview that you might want to add?
I don't know.
The other question I
It's been a long
sometimes...
time ago. I can't remember all that.
Okay,
stuff.
well, that's fine. The other thing I might ask is, your time in the service, did it teach you anything to come forward in the outside world to work with?
Oh yeah, I did. I drove trucks over there. Stuff.
So your experience during the service allowed you to move
Yeah.
into your life's
Right.
work. At this time, I'd like to thank you for your service to this nation. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna have to do one other thing here, start this. And I didn't do it to lead off, because I always screw it up anyway. So highest rank for sergeant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's
You
a
served in Germany.
Ship,
Yeah,
yeah.
309
I don't know about
on
the other
Walker,
ones. There's
Yeah.
some-
Barter Squad.
But see, me being the second wife, it's a
Okay.
little
309.
strained,
Okay.
you know. as
And
far
what
as-
would,
Did
did
you have
you have,
kids
did you have a
together?
company
Okay,
to
so
that?
these are all.
They're all his
Company?
his first wife.
Italian.
Or battalion? 309 Bomber.
That's one thing he could have said, that when he went to
Italian.
Florida, he took his first wife and pulled a star
Oh,
down there with him.
oh, okay, so he was married then.
Yeah.
Germany.
Was he married? Did he get married?
I have to work on that
On
after.
the service? Was he married
He-
before he
I
went
think
there?
they got
I'm gonna do an intro here.
between-
Older brother worked in the coal mines. And my next brother, he was working on the railroad when he had to go in. So that's why he got me. He asked my dad, do you have any more boys at home? And he says, yeah, 15-year-old. I just made him 18, bring him to work.
Um, This is another question I might ask you here. Now, in your senior years, as you look back upon your service and your life, what do you consider your highest achievements, and what do you feel is important to you as a senior citizen now?
I learned a lot of things. And you have to learn, because if you don't, you don't be nothing. All you'd be is somebody on relief or welfare or something like that. You have to achieve something. I think I achieved a lot in my lifetime. I had a brother-in-law that told me I was smarter than him, and he's a college man. Because I got it from working and learning.
Stop here for a second. Any ideas for?
It was tight. For the first year there, it was still bad. I know, because sometimes you didn't even want to be out at night, even on the base.
I can understand it.
Okay, we'll roll on that
Yeah,
then. Let me think how I'm phrasing it, that's all. During your time in Germany, you landed shortly after the war. Okay, we'll wing it. You may have to do some editing. When you got to Germany, it was a year or so after the war. When did you arrive in Germany?
Let me think. In the fall of '46.
So, were there's any animosity? Was there any animosity between the Americans and the Germans? And if there were, what went on?
Yeah, but yeah, they was boss, because they wouldn't accept us. Because they always tell us we tore up their homes and everything.
Now, was there any incidents that went on in that period of time in Germany?
Snipers.
Snipers?
Oh yeah, you didn't want it. That's why they didn't want us out at night. Until things got quieted down in the next year or so, it got better. They didn't want us out at night.
Now, you had mentioned about being on base even at nighttime.
Yeah. Because they could sneak in that base. There wasn't that much wire on it.
Now, you had also mentioned about a Polish holding camp where they
Yeah,
were holding
they-
Polish prisoners.
Yeah, they weren't prisoners. They were just, they call them, I know they had to wear blue uniforms. That's what color they was wearing. Khaki, not, just like the the ones we worked in, they had them.
Coveralls.
Yeah, they was blue.
Now, what purpose were they there for, do you know?
No, I don't. They kept that pretty quiet. But it was a camp. We call it a concentration camp because they had them out there.
Now, did they have guard towers on it or not?
No,
No, so they had kind of like free roam, they were behind barbed wire, but they had kind of free roam, or?
no, they weren't. Actually, I don't know. I never seen the camp only one time. I went out there, picked them up, and brought them in. We took them in and out with buses.
Would they do work on the base?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they bring them in and have them doing work at the base and doing labor things?
Yeah, help you. There's helping them build runways and shacks that we lived in. Lots of houses.
So when you left, was as you call it, a concentration camp or work camp, was it, did it go away before you left, or was it there the entire time when you were in Germany?
It was there the whole time I was there. I think they got rid of it, though. They got rid of it, though.
So when you left Germany, what year was that?
1948.
So that whole year you were over there, they had that work camp going on.
Oh, yeah.
Were there any other incidents that you recall with the German people?
No. You can always get a woman, I know that.
No. Now, you had mentioned you use cigarettes for bartering. Like, what other things would you go out and get?
Or candy or anything at all that you could eat and smoke. They'd be your friend then. But see, toward the end, they let them come in. They had a special PX for them to come in to buy stuff. And I don't want to tell you on the radio on that, but I did. They know what we was doing.